So this is one of the most versatile wild green vegetables that I've found. It's a favourite at my house. I think everyone tends to enjoy it. It has quite a kind of greensy taste, quite irony, but relatively neutral, not anything too different to what we're used to. Every gardener will be looking at this video knowing exactly what we're looking at straight away, I'd imagine, because most of us have done battle with it at one point or another. In a garden, it's a really invasive thing, and it can be quite hard to get rid of once it takes hold. In the wild, or where it's naturalised, it's a great resource, really abundant. As you can see, it tends to grow in this kind of ground cover way, lots of it in one place, and easy to get in amongst and pick, sort of like wild garlic. It's a member of the Apiaceae family, so the same family as things like carrots, coriander, parsley, but also the same family as hemlock and hemlock water dropwort. So I usually suggest caution when we're looking at this family, just until you know what you're doing. I actually think that this member looks very little like others. It's very short, very low to the ground. The umbels, the flowers, when they grow, are also much smaller in stature than most of the other members of the family, certainly much smaller than things like hemlock and hemlock water dropwort. And the leaves are quite different as well. It's got these leaves that are almost like, if you asked a child to draw a leaf, it would be something similar to this. A kind of central vein down the middle, veins coming off to either side. This one's a bit crenulate, it has got kind of teeth along the edges. And it's mostly in this shape that kind of narrow at one end, wider in the middle, narrows to a point at the other end. On ground elder, it does tend to have these leaves lower down, the bigger leaves on the stem tend to be kind of two leaves joined together like this. And that's quite a nice identifying feature. Has lovely smooth stems. I'm going to pick one to show you because it's quite hard. Lovely smooth stems, flat on top, rounded on the bottom, almost like a D shape. You see that? So kind of curved one side, flat on the other. And yeah, I can't think of anything else it really looks like. It's called ground elder because the leaves look a little bit like the leaves of an elder tree. And the leaves are really good to eat. They're a great kind of relatively neutral tasting green vegetable. I like them steamed. You could use them really in any way you'd use spinach. And they tend to be abundant enough and quite invasive that you can take absolutely as many as you like without it being an issue. This time of year is the best time to be picking them because they are young and tender. They tend to get a bit papery as they get older, but this is really moist and delicious. Like most leaves, I suppose, that we eat, or a lot of leaves. When beech leaves are young, they're lovely and moist, and you can put them in a salad or eat them as you walk, and as they get older, they tend to be like eating paper. Yeah, I would definitely suggest, if these are invading your garden, that you turn them into a lovely vegetable patch. Do like and subscribe while I'm growing the channel. I really appreciate it, help in growing our audience, and enjoy your foraging.